launched literally only 1 week ago in South Africa. The new Mazda CX-30. You can see the familiar Mazda face over here, but what is very interesting is note the very low slung front end, the diamond pattern grille, the spoiler in front, and the very, very narrow LED headlights over here with daytime running lights, etc. It looks like a coupe from the front, and that's an interesting feature on the car. You come round, now you start getting more of the crossover SUV features where you've got the cladding around the wheel arch and down the bottom of the car, and on the top spec individual model as we're driving now, really nice silver 18-inch alloy wheels. So nice features again over there. You come over here, you'll see on the individual model your mirrors of course fold away automatically when you lock and unlock the car. Just one of those features you do get. We'll look in the driver's seat just now, but let's just look in the back seat. And you take a look over here. You'll see, of course, all the full leather trim. You'll see the aircon vents in the center over there for the rear passengers, which are neat features. You've got ISOFIX in the back as well. And you'll see now, the seats are set. The driver's seat is set for myself. So take a look at the legroom, etc. in the back. And something I want to just point out to you as well is I'll climb in over here now and have a look at the space and particularly the headroom in the rear seat. Of course, its baby brother, the CX3, has been criticized for lack of headroom in the rear. Well, this is more like big brother CX5, so you can see what you do get over there. So nice as well. Good space indeed, and I think that's an important feature. You come round, of course, to the back, and you've got a built-in spoiler over the rear hatch over here. You've got, open up the boot over here, rated by Mazda 295 litres. Of course, in this format you've got a 2/3 1/3 split over there if you want to use that. And underneath, good stuff Mazda, full-size spare wheel, which is good to see, and we'll talk more about it. But of course, this is the power bank, can I call it, behind the Bose sound system that you get in individual models. So all of those features you've got over there. Close the rear, and I've got to point out to you the very unusual tail lights with that round over there coming into the narrow band in the center over here. And from the rear it really looks like a medium-sized family SUV, underpinned of course by Mazda's SkyActive technology and SkyActive chassis. You see the SkyActive G, which stands for gasoline, in other words petrol versions. Only petrol available in South Africa in this model. All three versions that are available come with a 2-litre engine that is very familiar in the Mazda range. Puts out of course 121 kilowatts and 213 newton meters of torque from the engine. So it's nice output, no turbos. You don't need it on this, not in this usage and in this application. Just very neatly finished off all round and different. The light treatment front and rear I just find very, very different. Let's get inside. As I mentioned, the feature that I think is the greatest feature of this car is the smoothness. How quiet it is. I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour on an urban road. Silence, smoothness. It runs so smoothly. I must admit, I found it's more a cruiser than a sporty drive to me. But then again, when we took it through to Hearties, I took it through my favorite twisties. It certainly didn't misbehave there either. And it pushed through very, very nicely. But I think, and I hope you can get the feeling of just exactly how smooth it is running on the road and just how quiet it is, and the smoothness of the general driving in this car. I think it is exactly where Mazda have, in my book, achieved that purpose of becoming a premium brand. And you see the CX-30 legend comes up as you start the engine, just for a bit of fun over there. You've got obviously comprehensive instrumentation. You can of course scroll through your info over here. You've got lane departure, as you see over there, which is useful to show you if you are straying out of your lane, and you've got various different settings of course over there that you can change through driving info. You can see the car has only done 658 kilometers so far, so it is brand new, so don't judge the fuel consumption too harshly as yet. On the test of about 400 kilometers so far, 350, 400, I've done 7.1 liters per 100. All kinds of driving, lots of cruising around, etc. But I think it's a bit harsh to judge it right now. I'm sure you'll actually do a lot better. I'm just trying to show you up here, but of course it doesn't show that easily on the camera, but standard on all three versions, you do get a heads-up display in front of the driver. Nice stuff, Mazda. Love these heads-up displays. You come across over here, you've of course got your multifunction steering wheel, you've got everything you want over here, and all the instrumentation, all you want, and you do have flappy pedals on dynamic and individual models as well. But something strange I have to show you right now is you've got nice mirrors over here, they look good, but now tell me, Mazda, why, when I put the car into reverse, do you notice the mirror tilts down? Now that is for curbside parking, except I think it was designed for left-hand drive, not right-hand drive, because it doesn't do it on the other side of the car. Just a strange one, and I find that interesting. You come down, of course, you've got your unlock and lock over there, but it does auto lock on pull off, and I mentioned the Bose sound system, very much upgraded, really superb sound in this car, if that's what you're looking for, and your normal controls over here. But what I also want to show you is, note now, Mazda have gone a long way towards saying they want to be a premium brand. And they've done a lot of work to become a premium brand. You see, for example, the leather soft touch to the dash, to the fascia, and it's a soft touch over there as well, with the stitching, etc. They have not just stated the intention to go premium, they have done it. And in this car in particular, I found, and I've got to say it for myself, that this one was a step up, a major step up in the process of going premium. And I've got to congratulate Mazda. Not only the finishes, the fittings, etc., but the smoothness of the ride. I'm going to mention it a bit more in a minute. But you've got a nice, much larger infotainment screen now. Goes to a 10-inch on the individual model. It's an 8-inch on the lower models. And you can scroll through, of course, your various functions. You do need an SD card for navigation, for example, but just showing you how it works. And, of course, you use the scroller over here, and I press the home button, and it gives you these various items and entertainment, for example, just showing you exactly how it works. Nice and neat, simple. And, of course, if you come down over here, you'll see if it's not a touch screen, it works on the controller. And that's the way Mazda want you to do it, because they believe the leaning across to a touchscreen is not the best idea. Over here is a volume button, and a very neat feature is just a little press on it, and that will, of course, mute your sound, or alternatively, something interesting, if you just come up to the center again over here, is this is probably one of the only cars on the market that still comes with a CD slot. But you can also play DVDs. And Mazda showed us a DVD at the launch on the car, and all you had to do to activate the DVD was press that button. I don't have one now. But coming back to the center stack over here, note, of course, you've got dual zone climate control, works nicely, effectively. It's nice and clean. There aren't a million buttons. There aren't a million things over there. I like that. Of course, your stop-start button over there for the engine, and a nice spot over here for my cell phone. I find it works very neatly. And of course, you've got dual cup holders with a cover if you do want to close it. But of course, we have to put our sponsor's water over there. Come down to the automatic transmission. Again, no choice on that in the CX-30. 6-speed auto. You do have a sport button over there, and you have, of course, your electronic parking brake over here. Now, something that I've got to say, and why I commented how much smoother and what a great job Mazda have done with this particular car, is I always found the 6-speed auto on the Mazda range to hold the revs a bit high and to just be a little bit nervous, I think is a word I would use, where I just found it a little bit noisy, a little bit held the gears a lot longer than I would like when I'm in traffic, etc., etc. And when I put into sport, it was exacerbated, much worse. This one is beautiful, quiet, pleasant cruiser, and they really have stepped up the game tremendously in that area of things. So overall, I mention again, their move towards premium, the CX-30 in my book, is a big step up, and well done on that. You of course have the Mazda center console over here, nice big one. But another interesting feature is, look there, you just do that and you can slide it backwards and forwards to various positions, either to access or as the armrest if you want to have it in a different position. Again, pretty nice and neat and useful. Something else that is slightly different on this car is if you swing across to the dash from the passenger side, is note all the aircon vents across the front over there. And of course you do get 7 airbags on this car. Something else that you've got to keep in mind is that the CX-30 has achieved a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, safety rating. So again, well done on that. Well, I mentioned that there are 3 spec levels. What the price is, because of course mechanically they're all identical, I've told you that, barring wheel size on the individual. You can start at $469,900 for the active. The dynamic, I'm going to call it $500, it's $499, and this one, as we're in it right now, 540,000 Rand. Certainly competitive, I think, for the quality and the premium feel you're getting out of this car, and that is what really counts in my book, premium quality feel. You do also get Mazda standard 3-year unlimited mileage warranty and service plan. Those go a long way. If you're a client that in the line of your business you do lots of mileage every year, every month, think how many extra services you'll get for free out of this car thrown in. Very useful, very important to me. Well, one of the newest contenders on the market in South Africa, and I think it's going to find favor with a lot of buyers. Yes, the segment of the market is packed with contenders, but if you're looking for a nice family-sized SUV with a bit of pizzazz, not quite the anodyne looks of everyone else in the game, check this one out. It's got a bit of premium to it as well, and not necessarily at a premium price. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor. See you next time.